Okay, so sometimes on page 19, right? Sometimes they're going to ask you to say this, to state the measurement plus or minus its uncertainty. Box that in on page 19. They want you to say, hey, what is the measurement? And then add the uncertainty as well. Okay, guys, what I want you to start with when, hey, uncertainty, right? What do you need to come up with the uncertainty? You need precision. What's the precision of this measuring device? You might say a centimeter, but you would be wrong because these are centimeters, but there are smaller markings in between. What are those called? Yes. Yes. Have you seen Napoleon Dynamite? Napoleon Dynamite, the movie? It's pretty funny. It's dry humor, but yeah, did I tell you? Oh, I told you about it yesterday, right? Low budget, but it's still funny. Don't blame me if you're think it's a waste of money. And then plus or minus 0.5 of a millimeter. Okay, that's your uncertainty. Do that first. And then let's go over here and measure it. What's the measurement of this stick? What would you say? How many millimeters would that be? And sometimes you have to round. Which one is it closer to? What would you say? 38, right? It's closer to 38 than 39. All right, so it's 38 millimeters plus or minus. Here's your uncertainty, 0.5 millimeters. That's what you're supposed to do. So we know how to find the precision and the uncertainty. We just have to combine them now. Because every measurement has an uncertainty. You just don't think about it on a regular basis. Uh-oh, inches. That's where things go trickier. When it comes to inches, guys, do this, okay? Take this number, take that number, so any two numbers, and then count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 halfway, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 gaps. So that tells you that the precision is what? 1/16 of an inch. Make sure you write this down. Therefore, the uncertainty is 1/32 of an inch, right? So it's half of the precision, and just basically multiply the denominator by 2, because this is really half of the precision. Mr. Dixon, I don't like fractions. Can I do this? Can I go 1 divided by 16 and just say that? Yep. And you can divide that by 2 and get, sorry, 0.03125 of an inch. That's fine as well. That's fine as well. So what would you measure this as? 1 and a, would you say 1.5? Is it closer to the half? I would say so. So 1.5 inches plus or minus 1/32 of an inch. What would it be if it had been closer to the one just below it? Sure. Is that good? Okay. What would happen if it had been closer to this one here? The one before. What would you call that? Here's the secret, guys. If you're not fluent with imperial, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It would have been 7/16, right? 8/16 is halfway, right? So 7/16 would have been just shy of it. So you have to look carefully and see which one is it closer to. Okay. You try this one. What's the precision? It's a weird ruler. I know that. I know it's a weird ruler. You would never want to buy that off of Amazon. But what's the precision? What's the uncertainty? And then measure it. Which one is it closer to? Is it closer to 10 or is it closer to 20? Obvious, you know the answer to that one. But what would you say if I asked you, state the measurement plus or minus the uncertainty of this, stick or whatever bar? What would you put down? Just think through it. What's my precision? What's my uncertainty? So Dirksen said precision is between markings. All right. It's weird, but I'm just going to follow it. We got it? I'm just going to wait for Mr. Dirksen to do this one because it's weird, right? Well, just look at it, right? From marking to marking, how much am I going up by? 10. So precision is 10 centimeters, right? I hope you can wrap your head around that. I know it's weird, but what's half of 10? That's 5. So you've got your precision and uncertainty of this device. Now let's go ahead and measure. Which one is this closer to? 20. I know you're going to say, no, Mr. Dirksen, I know this is about 18. Don't go there. Just go with your device. This device would have to say 20 plus or minus 5 centimeters. That's what it is. What would be the precision of this device if I had done this? Precision is now 5, right? Because, right, like it's 20, so this is 10 divided by 2 gaps, 5, right? So, I mean, I'm going to erase that because we don't want to confuse ourselves, but it can change just like that. Just like that. You know what I didn't do today? What did it ask you here at the top? The minimum and the maximum. You should know already how to do that, right? You would just add to get your max and then subtract. How about we do it for 1 here? The max is 38.5 millimeters and the min is 37.5 millimeters, right? Like we add 0.5 and we subtract 0.5. So we know that what we measured could be as long as this or as short as that, technically. All right. I think I'm done talking. I would like you to try. So come with me. Page 20 and 21. Just do what I just did with you. State the measurement plus or minus its uncertainty. Just give it a try. All right. Did you do this already? Well, if you did this for homework, just keep going through the booklet. But 20 to 21, I'm going to tell you, do that right now. I will put the key up in a bit. I'll just put it up and then see if you're on the right track, right? But that's it for today. Nothing else today. Thank you guys. You were great as always.